Like just right there. Identifies that there's probably a little gap in the smoke. Yoink. I just found a nice fight for my ghost.
I'll take elbow after.
Do you see? Do you see the care? He recognizes that they could be sneaking up elbow right now. And so he checks first. And now he can back up. So this guy peeks into him and Arena. But he's aggressive. Wow, that peek is crazy. That peek is crazy. Does that get you into B main faster than any other peek? He's avoiding a long range fight with the Sheriff. He's avoiding the long range fight with CT by coming hell very quickly. And now he gets a nice high movement, close range fight with the Sheriff. Look at what he's looking for. Close range fights. He's even pre-firing because why not?
Go, 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 go.
Keep going. Holy fuck.
Yoink. Want to get coached? It's free. Join the Discord, read the VOD submission rules, submit a VOD for my moderation team to approve, and then show up to any VOD review stream and enter the raffle. Check the events tab on my Discord to see when the next VOD review stream is. Enjoy the video. Mello, our Neon player. What notes do we have from Mello? Oh, okay, Ted, this is I'm going to refresh everyone's memory on this one because you all know Mello, because Mello is a very recent YouTube upload. This is Mello. Mello's the player who is taking gunfights because he had like a bit of an ego. He was taking suboptimal gunfights fueled by his ego, thinking I'm better than them. And that does work up to like Immortal 3, sometimes low Radiant. But I've told him we're favoring too many cool boy points if we want to genuinely rank up. Oh, Mello, did you change your tracker? Oh, hashtag 14-year-old. Damn, dude, this guy's getting close. This guy's gonna hit Radiant. Mello's a couple VOD reviews away. Jesus. Okay, update to hashtag 14-year-old. Happy birthday, Mello. Happy birthday. It happened recently, apparently. Okay, so we're just gonna try and evaluate the odds of Mello winning the fights he chooses to take on their merits alone, not on the outcome. And if we feel that on average, it's a bit above 50%, then Mello's chilling and he gets his gift card.
Take the bomb.
Frenzy. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Did you mean to stun? Did you mean to stun here? Or is that mechanical error? Did you mean to throw this? You meant to stun deep. Ooh, okay. I think you should be aware, especially on pistol round, when this smoke drops like this, you should be ready for this guy. I think you should have been expecting this guy. That's unfortunate.
Ramp 50, 50. Nice. Wait. Omen hit 50 ramp.
Oh, this is going to cost us the round. And if you watch my rank streams, Mello, you'll know that that's exactly where I play on pistol round as Omen on this map a lot of the time. A lot of the times I will be playing exactly here with Frenzy or Classic. Yeah, you had him if you didn't stun. Exactly. The stun's no good. You gotta be ready for this guy. Because if you think about it, you're pushing up heaven with a Frenzy. So I assumed that you were looking for this fight because this fight back here is no good for your Frenzy. No good. So if you were looking for that fight, I would have preferred you in A main. About preemptive stun. I think he did throw one. I think we threw 2 stuns. Huh? No, we breach stunned. Oh, yeah, we even breach stunned the guy right there. Yeah, you shouldn't be throwing your own stun. Our team converts. Yeah, I'm just going to give you props so you don't forget. Letting Jet peek out mid first is very correct here. When you start ramen side, you don't want to peek first. Perfect, and then you swing out. Yup. Yup, good trade.
Come back. I'm out of here.
I don't know.
You should juggle that gun. And I'm going to recommend this to everybody right now. I'm going to boot up Split. For people who go juggling is a really hard region, man, have I got the solution for you. So you know how your thumb like rests on space or whatever? All you got to do is pick a key that you can whack with your thumb that isn't bound to anything. I don't care what it is. N, H, C, Alt, X, Z, whatever. As long as it's not bound to anything. And what you're going to do is you're going to do this. You're going to open up your settings menu. H with thumb. Works for me, but I'm a StarCraft player. I don't know.
Another site on the brink
Whatever
of
you can hit
destruction.
with... No, no, no.
At
This
least
isn't
we're
for...
consistent.
Don't use scroll wheel. I'm about to show you what I'm talking about. So what you're going to do is you're going to take equip primary weapon, and I'm going to use N. Actually, N is my ghost. I'm just going to bind to X, okay? And then you also go to drop, and you bind it to the same button. Okay? You alt bind one button that you can mash with your thumb, so that while you're moving around, you can mash that button just fine while turning and whatnot. Okay, it's really important because juggling guns is sometimes very useful. And now all you have to do is mash X. You see, I can just mash my juggle gun button. You just mash the juggle gun button. Chilling. And if you're bad like me, you can still mess it up. So you pick a button and you like double bind. Of course, it only works for primary guns, but it's very rare that you need to jiggle a pistol. That double bind is really efficient. And it's very rare that you need to juggle like a pistol, so it's fine. You just click 1 and G continuously. Yeah, but that's really hard for you then to properly WASD around. Like if you're just doing W and G, then you probably have to like walk forward no matter what. But I can like turn. Like I can turn while I do this. Of course, you got to throw the gun in the direction you're turning. But you see, I can turn because I've got it's just bound to one button. It's marginally easier. Marginally easier.
Yeah, flushing close. Go. Flushing default. Go. Flush.
Okay, so I'm freezing frame because I don't like the routing we took. Right here, I want you coming out pillar, and I don't like you coming this way because this could be a sheriff. Is there a point to juggling? Absolutely, yes. Look, I'm glad you asked, Jakuski. So this round, we're on economic advantage. Okay, the enemy teams have weak guns. The jet has a sheriff. We have specters. We kill the jet. I would honestly consider trying to take your sheriff, but whatever.
Come back, come back, come back, come back.
And now there's that specter on the ground right there. Let me show you right there. And so we don't want the enemy team to get that specter. Somebody could be flanking out A because they're on eco buy. They might be doing something crazy. And if they grab that specter, that increases their odds of winning the round dramatically. So it's better if we can just like take that specter over here, throw it off the map, throw it off the map. But I think in this case, our breach ended up just grabbing it. I think he had ghost.
Flushing default.
Yeah. So do you see why I don't like this mellow though? We know that they have sheriffs. Their jet had a sheriff. In this heaven fight, Spectre versus Sheriff, not the best. Even this, look at the range of this fight. What gun did that Sage shoot at us? She didn't shoot. But let's pretend it's a Sheriff. Because it could be, okay? Let's pretend, just for the sake of discussion, that this is a Sheriff. Because it could be. And we need to be operating under that assumption when we're playing. Our routing's no good. We gotta keep in mind the gun we have, the guns they might have. Because they could have a sheriff, that defeats our Spectre at long range. You have to keep that in mind. So when you're running out, I'd run this way, Cypher dies, and now you can fight this guy like this. You see how this fight is like objectively better for our gun against their gun? And then we can even consider overheating with a buddy this way. And these fights are insanely fabulous for our Spectre. Fabulous. Fabulous fights for our Spectre. Well, this fight, very tough. This fight, very tough. You would almost rather have a sheriff. You probably would. For this fight, you'd probably rather have a sheriff. And this fight. My VOD review, you said you can assume Spectre to be long-ranged against Eco. Now you say to expect a sheriff. Escalate? I'd need to see the round that I told you that. The game is dynamic. You were probably on Eco, right, Escalate? And I was saying you need to expect the Spectre to take a long-range fight against you. Like I was saying, you need to expect them here. And the reason I would say that is because you need to hedge your bets on Eco. On Eco, you need them to make a mistake to win the round. Does that make sense, Escalate? So if you're this Sage here, you need to try and position yourself in such a way that you can maximize your odds of finding an engagement that favors your gun. So yeah, you're looking for a long-range fight. They're looking for a short-range fight. Oh, you had the Spectre? And I told you to take long range? Do you know they have classics or what? To be clear, I'm sus of the Sheriffs because the jet this round already killed us with a Sheriff. Like the first kill of this round, the enemy jet had a Sheriff. Yeah, dig up the round. I'm actually curious for context. Yeah, she has a Sheriff too.
One enemy remaining. Go, go, go.
So I was right. Yeah, it's totally possible. I completely contradict myself just because of the rank of the VOD. But I'd be surprised. This guy's a sheriff too.
Last player standing. Gotta go.
Yeah, I think here, I would try to reload the Spectre. I think you're going for cool boy points here. I'm not going to lie. 1 bullet, sheriff. If you reload the Spectre, you push up rope, you might be able to win and live. Like, I think male might get you out. Yeah, I think it's strike 1. Might be too cool.
Gotta go.
Can you smoke vent someone?
Spike drop.
I can take it.
Got the spike.
Nice, let's go top towards A. Come shift. Sage, can you get the cam? Can you get the cam?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Sage, you can lurk mid.
Yeah, okay.
One heaven, left side.
And we got the IGL.
I will stun him. Wait. Okay, go.
Nice.
Come side.
I'm taking heaven.
Okay, that's a good fight. There's a risky fight ropes right now.
I plan for heaven.
Yeah, it's a bit risky. So we've got huge numbers. We've got heaven control. He's gonna come plant. I'm down to try and fight here, but I think we can't really route forwards without ropes control at this point. There could be somebody roped because you were holding it earlier on in the round. If you recall, when you were mid, you were like staring at the smoke. So you're wary of a potential ropes player. And if they come up this way, you're out here, then this is low conversion. So I'm down to hunt for the fight, but I don't think you can walk in. I don't think you can walk in. All right, let me see. It should make sense to you that your Spectre is stronger at longer range than whatever guns they likely have. Oh, it's because there's a... Okay. Okay. This is my fault. My explanation sucks. I'm actually calling it range. And it is partially the range, but it's also this smoke. So an enemy sheriff walking out of this smoke is dead to you. So the only real threat is like a classic jumping out of the smoke or something. It's the only real threat in the scenario. And so getting close is bad. Does that make sense? So in this scenario, I do want to have more range for our Spectre. Let's see the round play out. Yeah, because of the smoke. Smoke won't last forever. You have the bombs going down and you have a smoke. You just tuck in tree and they have to push into you. Like if you look at this push your fate is doing into that smoke on the mini map, it's like super high risk here. Oh, yeah, and there she goes. She dies. It's so hard. This is why I like always had to tell Brad the game is not a flowchart. No piece of advice applies in every scenario. And that's what's so tough about this. Like in Mello's scenario, we're concerned about them holding us with a sheriff. And in your scenario, we're concerned about them peeking us. And when they peek into us out of a smoke, the sheriff is not a problem. But the jump peek with a classic is a problem. So the bigger problem is the thing we got to worry about at the time.
I'm taking heaven.
And then, yeah, I mean, when the smoke drops, maybe you re-smoke it off with a jet smoke and you get closer. Right, back to Mello's VOD, though. Yeah, we get traded.
Armor heaven.
It's just a bit too ambitious to push into heaven like that at that time.
One enemy
It works
remaining.
out, though. If you just sat ramp beta for your stage. Exactly. Yeah. To be clear, though, you need to maintain heaven control. So your team is planting for heaven. So you cannot allow the enemies to come out here and shoot them, okay? So I really like playing up on this box like this. It's really unexpected. These guys coming across are looking here, then they look here, and then you're just like up on this box. And it's like a really strong off angle advantage. Just play up here and you play on the back. You take your kill, you drop, you can wall, run away, free hit, you know, but you're controlling this space really assiduously. What is that angle? You've never seen it? Yeah, welcome to a high elo, dude. So you play up here and you drop and you like, it's a lot safer. You're almost guaranteed to get a shot. You crouch on that box or you're just standing. I prefer crouched. Standing technically increases your head height from them, but it can be a little weird because you might not see their heads if they're hugging that back wall. But if you crouch, make sure you're on the back here, you can see their head height and you can drop a lot easier. Yeah, so I would have wanted us to look for that off angle advantage there.
Need
You
a
drop
drop.
down?
Said I'm at
Oh, that's risky.
I'm out of here.
I'm stunning.
Shock it.
Okay. I genuinely think we should have this discussion, and this will be the first time I've ever actually given this discussion the light of day on this channel. I think you should have a Phantom for this round. I think Vandal's the wrong buy. You're pushing this close fight ramps, the breach stun, and you're moving really quickly into heaven. I think at this elo, at 330 RR, high immortal 3, the increased E of X of the Phantom for this play is a necessary thing to keep in mind. All of the fights we're likely to find this round are going to be short range, and so the Phantom's better. Barely better. Should probably get rid of your habit of always crouch spraying with Phantom. No. Embrace that habit. God, you're gonna... Everyone... This is advice for our Immortal 3 player. Okay, when you see this guy here, yeah, you spray the shit out of that guy. You see this next guy? You spray the shit out of that guy. Exactly. These fights are great for the spray. And you're gonna slide across, yeah, and you crouch spray.
They stake B, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
looks
go
like
side
it.
that. I'm coming.
Like this fight right here, holding this with a Phantom. Let's say with Vandal, you've got arbitrarily N% odds with Vandal. With Phantom, I think it's N plus at least 1%. And at our level, I think that matters. Might as well go Judge. Ooh. So I'm also down for Judge. However, Judge is a problem right here. So we would need to wall early. But I'm also down for his Judge if we were going to wall.
Yeah,
You used to have a really bad habit of almost always crouch spraying with Phantom. Mellow. That's not a bad habit, especially on this map where the average range of our engagement is below 30 meters. It's fine. I'm not kidding. You, the high immortal level player, I trust you not to develop or carry this habit over to your Vandal. It's fine. Crouch spraying with the Phantom on split is correct in nearly every engagement you can find, as long as you take your time before you shoot the first bullet. You have bad target confirmation in crouch spray? Ooh. Well, you can work on that. Oh, man.
One CT.
Oh, man.
TENZ.
Run.
I'll flash man.
Dash.
Ooh.
I think. Wait.
I'll flash again.
They already killed that guy. Yeah, you need to use your wall, dude. So you see that Omen flash come? Wall. If anybody below the rank of Immortal continues to ask if Phantom versus Vandal matters, I will time you out, okay? There's a reason I don't talk about this ever. It doesn't matter for everybody but Mellow right now, okay? Does Phantom versus Vandal matter? Yes, Mitchell. In your elo, it does. I would say since you appear to have smokers listed first, you should prefer the Phantom.
Nice
Ooh,
shot.
our
Let's
breach is
go.
clean.
Well played, guys.
Yeah, I think wall might have been appropriate there, but I mean,
Actually, Lord.
I'm not going to complain if you don't die. Like, they peeked you and you didn't wall, but they were stunned and you did your air strafey thingy.
Like,
And I mean, if
maybe
that
we get
works,
orb,
it
and if
works.
they rotate
I'm not the
fast,
neon
we go
player.
back to take the other orb for me, and we execute B with my ult.
Okay.
Clean.
Nice,
Bro, let's go ahead.
Okay. Mellow, I'm going to turn you into a piece of shit. I need you to know that. On this map, if you've got excess money, which you do, I want you to have a shorty. And the reason
We
why
get orb.
is because when you get this pick right here, it's time to go ropes. You're going to wall up.
Coming through.
You're bunny hop in. And you're crouched like right here. Thank you for ropes control. They come in, you kill them. With bam. And being in ropes is a really comfortable place to be because your Sage is splitting here. If she sees one ropes, you can even come up behind, kill them, and then you can group up with your Sage. And you want to stay like tucked here almost while your team's like, if you can get the heaven plant, because you become like impossible to push. And if they all go out on site to try and defuse and you still have heaven control because you're just hitting ropes like a little rat, you're just winning the round.
Let's go.
So like, there's no reason for us to run out here. We already got the picks. So I'd be running, and even here, imagine you have shorty. Even here, imagine you have shorty though. You see it? He's come right in here. Come right over here. Wha-bam. Wha-bam. This is infinite conversion. This is infinite conversion.
I plan for heaven.
Useful for other entries or just yeah. Not even just entries. If I were Omen, I'd probably have a shorty this round. If I were Jet, I'd definitely have a shorty. If I were Sage, I might have a shorty. And that's not just a split thing. If you have extra money on Fracture, Haven, Icebox, Lotus, and Pearl, every map except Breeze, pretty much, if you have extra money, you just cop the shorty. And on Breeze, if you see Viper ultimates are online, you cop that shorty if you have extra money.
One of you pick up.
Coming through.
Yeah, we lose Heaven control. That's tough.
I have my ult.
Monster on the loose.
That's tough.
One screen. Little bro out of heaven.
Yeah, let's go.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Neon.
You're actually the hero. You're actually the hero, Mello. But we don't have Heaven control. And it's our fault. Because right here,
Or
we had Heaven control. And we could have kept it right here. Even without shorty, we should be trying to maintain Heaven control. And then here, well, at least we can try and take screens control. You lost this round because you didn't overheat enough. You got to understand, overheating is totally good. It's totally good. You listen to Breach call? Oh, what did Breach say? Let me see.
actually, they're orb for me and we execute B with my ult.
Okay.
Nice,
Bro, let's go ahead, let's go ahead, let's go ahead.
I don't think they were, I don't think they're calling you sight.
Get out of my way.
One spotting. They wall.
Flash.
Don't you want to ult? Okay, thank you.
One TENZ.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Be clear.
How do we take the bomb? Wait, wait.
Be clear, be clear.
How do we take the
Ooh.
bomb? Wait, wait.
Up on the box. Dead. Be clear, be clear.
How do we take the bomb?
Yeah, I don't think you can do this because this is a bit different. So last round you got pick, and I'm like, you can push screens. That's because the timing window was real. In this round, the timing window is not real, but it's not because of Omen actually. It's because of Gecko. Because we know Gecko is here because he threw his little flash heaven. So I think you got to stun to peek.
Wait, wait.
Yeah, you get off angled.
20 Omen.
I'm not gonna fault you on that one though. You actually got worked.
Fine.
Sometimes you just get outplayed. Like that.
They use Gecko
That's how it
for
is.
defense, so
Nobody can like
Omen
never get outplayed.
can reset.
And you kind of got outplayed there. That's not a strike in my opinion. Because you really didn't know that they were there
Forget
at all.
one entry, let's rest.
Yeah, we need to her an entry.
Let's try to peek heaven after the smoke.
And like if Gecko hadn't revealed he was B Evan, that Omen really just outplayed you
Yeah.
hard.
I'll flash.
Oh, you're unaware.
I'll flash.
He's right there.
One more, one
Behind the
more.
box, behind the box,
Nice,
behind the box,
nice,
behind the box.
That's your teammates bad, dude. They didn't comment.
Take it, go.
Reloading.
Can we just contact Volk? Heaven. Go contact heaven.
I am incredibly mad at your Omen right now. You have no idea. This guy needs to cover that ropes.
Blocking
Go,
sight.
go, go.
I'm glad that you didn't do it though.
Backside, safe, backside, backside.
I'll flash. I'll flash. Flash.
Nice.
Yeah, we take.
You almost fell for it again though. Let your stun pop. Let your stun pop. These players in high elo, Mello, are assiduous as they get. Okay? These players will wait until the last frame to aim down and shoot a boom bot. They will they'll hold at head level for the last possible second and then break the boom bot and leave. These players will stand in the off angle for as long as they can before that stun. They will stand in Killjoy ultimate until there's literally a fraction of a second left trying to shoot you. And if you give them that fraction of a second, then you give away your advantage. This fight here, if you wait for the stun to pop, is 1,000,000% in your favor. But he got one bullet off right there, maybe 2, before the stun pops. You turn the flash. We have to assume he turns the flash. Yeah. At this elo, breach flash is completely dodgeable. What the breach flash is really doing is just making it so that he can't easily like peek us and finesse our stuns. So yeah, you're peeking too early. That guy just got some free shots off on you. And look at your health. We're down to 11 now.
Can you heal? Can you heal?
Yeah, I will take it. I will take it.
And we have a sage. It's lit. But...
I don't know if you
Can you
can play
smoke
with me.
city whenever you have?
Okay. This is a concept I'm trying to explain, or I need to explain to Masayoshi as well. You're both Immortal 3. So one of the best things to do in post plant, of course, is to play a contact setup, which is what you have here. Okay. This is a contact where they peek out and then your buddy peeks and kills them. This is great. But what I want you to see is no pop flash. Okay. And what's actually better than a contact setup in this scenario, in this elo, is this. Because in our elo, sometimes people will actually pre-fire and come back like this to counter the contact or try to counter the contact. It's low conversion for them. Don't get me wrong. This is bad for them. However, what's even lower conversion for them is if we have one teammate standing right here and another teammate standing right here, and this teammate back here is crouched, and you're just high-low because they quite literally cannot do anything about that. You'll just both be out in the middle here. This guy's dead. They are dead because they're peeking into 2. And they can't do anything about it because they don't have a pop flash. So sometimes when you've got like this contact setup, it can actually be better to try and coordinate a double hold where you just both hold. Common areas where this occurs, I'm just going to walk through some so you can see the pattern. I did this yesterday on Pearl. When you have Halls control, you and a buddy can both hold like this. On Haven is very common for teams to just like group up here to hold garage like this. And I'm sure you've been the guy who swings into that, and it's impossible to deal with. It's impossible to deal with. So certain angles kind of call for it more than other ones. Like you can't really do it against Heaven, for example, but here you can absolutely do it here. There's 2 left. What if one peeks them Heaven? What do you mean? Our team has like a 5 left. Our Omen is Heaven and our like Sage is about to plant. Our Jet's Heaven. How are they peeking us Heaven? We've got 2 players there. Completely understand what you're saying. Sometimes you try to do it as well. Yeah. So keep in mind that that's the best thing. Like if we had to rate post plant setups, in the event where they can't easily counter it, a doubled up or a tripled up high-low hold is the highest conversion. And you'll notice this when you watch pro games. This is what they do in their post plants a lot of the time if they've got big numbers. Yeah, now this is lit because your breach is holding the smoke. This smoke essentially turns it into the same thing, but even better. Okay. Because now when he walks out, you both see him at the same time. So he can't easily pre-fire one of you. But I wouldn't be here. I would still come like over here. And that's because there is a non-zero chance this guy comes out and tries to pre-fire and run into the smoke again and lives. But they're almost never going to pre-fire like this angle over here. And so you're here, you guys here, and it's higher conversion. Only with a 2+ man advantage. No. Stop trying to flowchart it. We're talking about this specific scenario. This is obviously the better play. And we need to recognize that this is a play and think about it when we enter post-plant scenarios. We need to go, is it good to do this? And you've just got to think about how will they retake? And if they retake that way, is this good? That's how you think about the game. You don't go, oh, they've got 2, we have 5. And when they have 2, we do this. No. Not a flowchart. Not a flowchart. It's an anticipation game.
81.
Yeah, so I want to.
Left side. Right side.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, Valorant would be incredibly boring if it was just a flowchart. It's called tic-tac-toe. There's this chess. Chess is not a flowchart, not yet. Chess is actually very similar. Grandmasters will be like, generally you want to develop your minor pieces first and you want a castle and you don't want to push your F pawn, right? They'll be like, you want to centralize your pawns. You want to develop your minor pieces, yada, yada. You want a castle. But then you'll watch them play a game and they'll do none of that. They'll be like, all right, F4. You'll be like, wait, what? They'll be like, okay, King F2. And they'll be like, oh yeah, this is theory. You're like, huh? They'll be like, oh, it was good here. Valorant's the same. High-level players understand that the game's not a flowchart. However, when you teach beginners, you still make it look like a flowchart. For the best example of this is my gunfight hygiene video, which I'm going to make an updated version of soon. I flowchart fights for you in this video, but the truth is, players in Radiant, High Immortal, they don't fight like this every time. It depends. But this is a really good baseline. Just like developing your minor pieces and castling is a great baseline for a beginner chess player. Okay. So when you ask like, oh, because there's 2 left while we're reviewing an Immortal 3 VOD, You're talking too low level.
Dog is
Watch out. Gotta go.
Yeah, the option's there.
he's in base.
Tom could have been a bit better. Op elbow. Oh my god. Imagine if we had our shorty. Oh, imagine if we had our shorty, dude. Oh, and then we'd be jumping right here. Oh, I recall mentioning like yesterday how the sheriff becomes more and more and more dangerous the higher up you get. That is what I'm talking about. Like, damn. Did we peek into it? I know we slid here. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about after we know it's a sheriff. Here. Oh, you do. Okay. Freeze! So what I'm actually doing first, or what I'd like you to do first, should have had your crosshair wives. Obviously, he's going to swing. Yes, but consider this. If you just hold with your crosshair wide, you're dead to this guy. So I actually would like come this way, and then you can like wall up. You can like jump, and you can fight the jet like this. But we have to like worry about this guy first, I think. Or you can, yeah, or you could wall the sheriff off, yeah, and fight here. Yeah, the problem is you feel like you have to peek jet because this fight is scary. And you're very right. If you don't have wall, you don't have any util, you've got to press the issue with this jet because there's a timer ticking right here and we don't know how long you've got left. And so you've got two options if you have no wall. It's to unswing jet and fight here, but now the timer's ticking here and you're in a lot of trouble. Or it's to peek jet this way and the timer's not really ticking here because you can keep pushing jet. So this is the right play without wall. But with wall, you can, yeah, you can sort of like get jet out of the equation, or you can come over here, look for them, get them out of the equation, and like come back. And you've got a bit more time to seriously engage the jet. And you know, worst case, if jet doesn't give you the engagement, you can usually get out here. This is a fight that's good for you. So there's no strike here. Vandal versus Sheriff here, this is good for you.
Shadows traveling.
Okay. Mello, how can I get the whole stream to mute when I say this? Because everyone's going to take this advice, but I want to just give this advice to Mello. Can everyone just turn on selective hearing and not ask about it after I say it? Just DM the advice? No, I want it to be public knowledge. I want it to be public knowledge. I'm not going to give secrets. It is my personal opinion that light armor against an equal buy on a map where the engagements are already mostly close range is just better. And that light armor saves us more than enough money to cop that shorty every round, and our eco like benefits a lot. I think you should not buy heavy armor if you know the enemy team is on a full buy, unless you have like over 6,000 credits. Some players disagree with me. This is not a solved mathematical equation. Sentinels buys light armor, Fnatic buys light armor, 100 Thieves buys heavy armor, Cavern is adamant that heavy armor is better. I think light armor is better. And so come to your own conclusion. But like here, the shorty, man, I want the shorty so bad.
Wait, I can also have wait, chill.
Because that way, definitely if the majority of the opponents have Vandals, I think even against Phantoms on a map like this, it's fine. Because look at the fights we find.
Wait, chill.
Look. If that's a Phantom in Sage's hands, it doesn't matter if we have 125 or 150 health. It's still 4 body shots or 1 headshot. It's the same. The only time I would consider heavy armor is if their duelist was Raze and we're taking a lot of chip damage. This is really a thing that you need to think about because it's not objective. There's no known data, but I can tell you that Sentinels buys light armor even against eco rounds. I can tell you that.
Behind you, hit 40.
Because I watched them do it.
Mail.
I don't know if it's good. I think it's good. And I would feel like I'm doing you a disservice if I didn't share you my opinion as a coach. I think you should buy light armor. Yeah. But I cannot back that with like objective proof. No one do the stats on that. You can't just do the stats on that is the problem, Baguette. Because it's sort of like Phantom versus Vandal, where you can't prove how many fights you lost due to the inaccuracy of the Vandal spray. You can't calculate that because you don't know if the Phantom spray would have hit, if that makes sense. Because the Phantom spray also is random. Now, there are some stats, like you can track Phantom 140 dinks. So some of the data is clear, but you can't track how many of those extra buy rounds mattered versus didn't matter, because you don't know the outcome in the other way, because we can't see into a parallel universe.
I'm gonna break wall.
Now, if we could see a parallel universe where we get to see the round with heavy and light armor played out identically, then we'd have some objective data. But we'll never have that.
Full there. Enemy spotted mid. Vi är on B, just two A. Operator on B, son mid.
Heads up. Almost out.
Fence.
Nice. Good technique.
Heads up.
Plans
This
open.
way.
Heaven.
Dude, your intuition is good, but it's slow. So when you walled up, I think you realized that they could be shifting over here to hold you from an off angle as the wall dropped. And you recognized that and you started coming over here. Am I correct? I think that's what you're doing. You're like, wait, they could be sneaking over there and I'd have a lot of trouble hitting a single headshot on them like that. And so you're tucking. You're just too slow. You have to trust yourself a bit faster.
Heaven.
I stand in front of you, Neon.
Oh, yeah. This is the same idea. This would be good if you thought there's no world that they're shifting to your right now. Oh, we got a shorty. Hey, so you can buy shorty.
Cover going out.
I got. Let's reset.
Wait,
Let's
chill,
reset.
chill, chill.
Omen smoke on B.
Feels bad. Oh, yeah. And everybody going body shot Phantoms 35 mid-range. Look. The point isn't that it's a bit worse if they 4 body shot you at range. The point is it's very rare for that to happen. What happens is here we got heckin' killed by a head and a body. This is not objective. So I'm going to request everyone stop debate on it. All of the points from both sides have been stated many times, and neither is objectively right. If you want to get into the theoretical discussion, watch Thinking Man Valorant's video on it, because I trust this guy. I know his content's good. And then go have theoretical discussion with these guys. But get lost. I don't want it here. I hate theoretical discussion so much, because nobody can be right. That's the problem. Neither person is right. Light armor or heavy armor, it's not objective right now. Offense, we should have converted at least 2 rounds there. This is good. Ooh, this is bad.
Just stand.
Right here, you have to shoot and run. But you went for Cypher.
Two. Sage and Cypher. Only 2.
But this is a disadvantageous fight against Cypher now, because he has wall hacks. So you thought it's a 1v1. Fair. Let's assume Sage is out of the equation. I give you less than 50% odds against this guy head-to-head right now. Peeker's advantage. Yes. So off-angle advantage would be better here, except we can't have that because Cypher has wall hacks. Thought the fight was lost. Interesting. Dude, I think he can get away. Because he's moving to... Oh, okay. You got to understand. Right here, look at the direction he's moving. He's moving this way right now. And it takes some time to turn around and come this way. And you've already been stopped thanks to the trip. I think you can get out. But yeah, if you didn't think you could get out, you thought this is your only option, touche.
Should be ace there. Probably B rush. Never mind. 1 mid. Mid dead.
I'll flash me.
What's their buy?
B ace.
Ew, 2 pistols?
Mid Omen.
Just chill. You
They
don't have
probably
to.
took space ace one.
Okay, you can't. I know you want to. I know you want to figure out if it's A right now, but you can't. We've got gun advantage and numbers advantage, and you could potentially give away both of those things with this peek. They could kill you, take your gun, plant for heaven, and you lose.
They probably took space ace one.
I would not peek. I would just hold off angle. Like this. Never understand why some people still have Ghost Sheriff round 2 after winning pistol. Oh, I can explain exactly to you why that happens. Generally, pro teams will only do this with 1 player. However, it makes sense for 2 here. I think just going for op. I would still prefer 1. But the idea is you almost never flawless round 2 when you buy up. usually somebody dies. And if you only have 4 weapons when somebody dies, then it's no big deal. Because the person with the ghost just goes and picks up that person's weapon and you save all 4 of them. And your economy is booming because now you can buy on the 3rd round that 5th gun for your bonus. Anyways, that's why I was checking who bought, because I was considering telling our player not to buy. I was considering telling Mello that he shouldn't buy and he should just go like frenzy or something. But 2 of our teammates already had pistols, so it's good. Yeah, I'd stick more with breach, but I see what you're doing. You're worried about the chain.
You could be going CT.
Seconds left.
Okay. Yeah, it's Thursday. I'm holding my stun, yeah.
One enemy remaining. Team A.
Nice shot.
And now do you see, person who said you don't understand? Now our Sage, who has the same money as our Omen, has a rifle for our bonus round.
Walking into Vandals. That's gonna be tough. Water one.
Watch out.
Hmm.
You can buy back. Like, just walk.
Okay.
Sage, maybe when we are walking,
stun
you
this.
can
There.
walk this after. No, don't do anything. Just walk.
Walking into Vandals.
You followed the call.
That's gonna be
I
tough.
can't blame you.
Water one.
It's a bad call.
Watch out.
Nice trade.
Taking out.
Just try to back, try to back.
That fight isn't a 50. It doesn't matter because our breach shot called that exact play.
Down to gap.
Nice shot.
You just hold now.
One, get from there.
They're gonna go back. Out.
Oh.
They're gonna
This is this shift walk across the clock.
go back.
They don't have any flashes. That's Omen's flash. Gecko already flashed at the start of the round. I guess maybe he picked it up.
Out.
I don't think so though.
One more.
One.
Yeah, they would have walked right into you.
Go, go, go.
Life for cam A. On water. I'm
You can
gonna
try
hold
to
that.
do it diagonally, so it just holds better.
Yeah, this is good. You should crouch though. I don't know why you wouldn't be crouched.
One mid. 2 mid.
Ooh, that's close. I'm curious to see how much you did to that guy precisely.
Wait.
I'd reload your shorty and then drop back in.
Ah, you blind me.
Thank you. Can we just chill? Can you come under me and we hold like...
I don't like Mello. Yeah, you only did. Look at this. I knew it. You got lucky. You got so lucky he had light armor. I knew you didn't do enough, dude. I was like, that's so weak. Okay. So when you're shortying, you have to like crouch. You see how the reticle changes? It becomes tighter. This guy's so dead at this range. But from back here, uncrouched, this is actually risky. You're actually pretty risky. Like, look at the spread on your shots and then my shots. So many more of these bullets are hitting them. Like, it's not even close. Anyways, peeking this stage is definitely strike 2. What the fuck are you doing, Mello? What is
Can we
this?
just chill?
What
Can you
is
come
this,
under?
dude? Come on. What are you doing? We've got mid control. You've got ropes control. You've got B main control. You've got ramps control. This is our goddamn round. Wait, you guys didn't know that you crouched to tighten the shotgun spread? Anyways, this is strike 2, Mello. This peak is disgustingly bad, and you should know that. This cannot be justified. You even stunned ropes expecting one there.
Me and we hold like this.
40 Sage.
Unacceptable.
Hands.
Oh, I love this.
Cover going out.
One mid.
Go, go, close. I will flash for you.
Whoa.
3 minutes.
You have a trip? There's no trip? Okay. Flanking with Judge is rough. You're very unlikely to get the value. I'm probably sprinting out CT with my wall for the B retake.
Last player standing.
Fuck it. Shortcut.
Wow, what a patient dude. Nice try.
So we should have bought for knife.
Hi.
You wanna go to 3 flank? 3...
Alright, I'm
I
gonna
have to
ult
do so.
side. 3, 2, 1, go.
Gotta go.
Ouch. There you go. I'm gonna skip it.
Dig.
Go, go.
Africa A, as always.
1B.
Left side rest. Let's fight for rest mid. Let's fight for rest mid.
No need, no need.
But you do.
You just died to off angle. You have to be more assiduous with
Left
this.
side rest.
You make noise dropping into ropes. You make noise
No
coming
need,
up.
No need.
Their mid lurker might be like, oh, say less. And they might come like here. That penguin is them. You look, you're going to peek like here. And they're like here.
But you do.
And you're dead. Because their barrel's really accurate here.
You tell so good, bro.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
I have fun.
There. Multiple enemies. There. Take this!
Okay, you can.
Last player standing.
Number.
Go. If you don't.
Take this! Gotta go!
Ooh, that's tough. Rule of thumb with the frenzy. So good. Now you've got 6 bullets. That's never enough. So you need to start bunny hopping to your left and reloading. Frenzy generally wants a fully loaded mag. Unlucky you died to Gecko though. Does TENZ play any split? Neon? I don't want to tell you because I don't want you to misunderstand what more assiduously means. So I want you to watch a player. Oh, perfect. 5 duelists. I want you to watch a player that's objectively aggressive as hell. And I want to show you that their assiduousness matters a lot.
I got a wall still. You hit this shit.
Rujin, team comps matter. How can I play 5 duelists?
Yeah.
I had to fill smokes.
Good job.
Like just right there.
Good job.
Identifies that there's probably a little gap in the smoke. Yoink. I just found a nice fight for my ghost.
I'll take elbow after.
Do you see? Do you see the care? He recognizes that
I'll
they
take
could be
elbow after.
sneaking up elbow right now. And so he checks first. And now he can back up. So this guy peeks into him and Arena. But he's aggressive. He's aggressive, but incredibly meticulous. So different from your gameplay? I'd hope so. This guy's like able to hit rank 1 consistently.
Party is getting old. I think it's time to go back.
Wow, that peak is crazy. That peak is crazy. Does that get you into B main faster than any other peak?
Go, go, go.
Look. Remember when I was like, careful of the sheriff? Watch our Neon. She walls up and routes this way. Watch TENZ. He smoke dashes to close the sheriff gap. And he avoids CT fight. And he comes here for this close range engagement against the sheriff. Do you see? Do you see the fights he's looking for? When he has the gun advantage that favors close range fights. He's avoiding a long range fight with the sheriff. He's avoiding the long range fight with CT by coming hell very quickly. And now he gets a nice high movement, close range fight with the sheriff. Look at what he's looking for. Close range fights. He's even pre-firing because why not?
Go, 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 go.
Keep me on. Holy fuck.
Yoink. Chatter, who is like, I don't know why people don't buy on round 2. Here we go. TENZ is doing it, but he's got knives. Just trying to show you what fights he finds. Because a lot of people, they watch pros play and they go, wow, he just wins his 50s. And yeah, he does. Except he doesn't take 50s. Every fight he finds is 60-40, if not better. And then he wins those consistently. Look how careful we are. What's up with this wall? She may be jumping down?
Are we gonna go?
Look how ready he was for that shit.
We are
Look how ready he was for that shit.
One is top A ramp.
One screen. One
Look how ready.
Yeah, good luck.
He's in
I'll
trouble.
be out. Yeah.
Run and gun. Keep it close range.
Got him. Don't worry. I'm playing a good game.
How do pros win every fight? It's just aim diff, Woohoojin. I need more aim labs, and then I can play just like this. Look how many bullets he took to kill Sage. What do you mean aim diff? Look at this. Whiff, whiff, whiff. 3 bullets
Don't
left.
worry. I'm playing a good game. Don't worry. He's pinned down. He's pinned down. Covering fire.
I'm going. Yeah. Ah, he's a shotgun. No.
Look away, Mello. He's playing 1 bullet. Look away.
Last one was spawn.
Last one was screen.
He's goofing off. Don't look.
Oh my god, he's the best.
Is it planted for us?
Yes.
Tapped it.
No, amen, amen. No.
Last player standing.
Wow, that was perfect.
Angle advantage. May as well slow peek.
Wow, that was.
TENZ is allowed to go for cool boy points because ranks to him is his unrated. Because he plays scrims
Yeah,
and
he
tournament
won't
games.
You know what? I have a crooked ass smile right now.
Sure, let's see how the hell this guy plays Odin.
No, man.
Oh shit. One close left. He's in the smoke.
Look, is he peeking? I need you to understand, even when this guy trolls, when this guy giga trolls, he still can't help himself, but try to take the engagements correctly. Do you see? He can't help himself. He literally can't take an engagement poorly. It's gone from his brain. He can troll by an Odin all day long. Yup. But he won't peek with it. He'll spam through the smoke, of course, but he's not going to peek a Vandal with his Odin. Ooh.
He's out, he's out, he's out.
Ooh. Aiding for Zekken after that. Look how smart he is. Very careful. Immediate smoke. Primes his dash so he can take 1 free shot. Look, he's got that cover. Look at that cover. And then he's behind the wall.
He's out.
And now, look, shoulder peek. He's dipping his scope through the wall to bait Sage's crosshair. Now look at the mini map. Sage is looking at us, and Zekken gets the free kill. This is what you're missing, Mello. You've got the mechanics. You've got the brain to understand what's going on. You can process comms, but you don't understand
2, 1, go.
how to
Go, 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 go,
maximize
pop it,
your
pop
odds
it.
in every engagement.
They can't stop it.
No, backside,
Backside.
backside, on the left.
Perfect. I'm gonna hold flank.
Get up there, right?
This is actually different.
Yes, like that. Yes, like that.
How many? How many? I need numbers.
This is why it drives me nuts when people are like, yeah, raw aim can get you to Radiant. It cannot get you to Radiant. You will never beat players in this ELO with just aim. I want you to keep watching, Mello. You need to watch this guy play. I'm not telling you to be careful. Sorry, I'm not telling you to be passive. I want you to be aggressive.
Yours on us. Yours on us.
But the way he is aggressive is so different.
Pushing.
He's got bad fights behind him. What's he doing? He's like, well, f that. I'm going to go find a long range fight. Watch again. Watch again. Why isn't he taking that fight with the shorty? I can tell you, because it's good for 1. And then he's dead, which is losing.
He's pushing.
I can't see.
We back up.
Last player
Yep.
standing.
Bam. Sheesh.
Oh.
Sheesh. That's probably... He felt forced to peek here because the bomb is down and not planted. This engagement is bad for TENZ. These 2 fights he just took. These are the first 2 that are quite bad for us. Why not Knives trashed? Yeah, he's 8 HP. The op is actually objectively better. Bogdan's Law, dude. The op is literally better than Knives on 8 HP. Yeah, Bello, exactly. This is what we're missing. The quality of your fights has to become immaculate. I'm not giving it to you. I'm not giving it to you because it's the same notes. It's the same notes. However, in proper fashion, when I give you the same notes, I'll double the gift card bounty. So while you didn't earn the gift card, I've doubled the bounty so you can now earn $50. That way I still lose $25. But you just don't get it yet. You don't care about any gift cards. You just want your Radiant. Hey, man, you do with the gift card what you want. I'm trying to... I hope I've shown you why you're not Radiant. That's like my goal as a coach, is to make it very apparent to you what your biggest lacking aspect is as a high Immortal 3 player. And it's this.